Okay, in this particular clip, I want to take the flow chart or the logic model that I just spoke about earlier, and I want to tell you what the implications are for knowing how to run something in SPSS. So under data for the entire course, you have a lot of databases. For the earlier part of the course, we're going to use K-12 data. So you would just open data for the entire course, and you click on K-12. And I'm going to open up the database that's about 3/4 of the way down, called Teachers 2. Okay, Teachers 2 opened up, and at this point, I'm going to assume you know that you're looking at a data view, and if you click in the lower left here, you'll toggle back and forth between viewing your variables and viewing your data. Think of this just like an Excel spreadsheet when you're looking at your data view. When I made reference to the code book, I talked about column 1 of a different database, and here's column 2. That variable is called site. A 3 means it's a teacher from a particular site, Nashville in this case. The way I would know that without a code book is I would go back to my variable view, and I see the variable site on the second row. It's a numeric variable with 1 digit, no decimal points, and it's called site. I also named it site, but if I created a chart or I created a graph, that variable is going to be labeled site. I could have called it school site if I wanted to. The next column is the value labels. So what do the numbers in the cells from the data view actually mean? So I just click on the 3 dots and it opens up, and I know when I see a 3 there that that's referring to teachers from the Nashville School District. A 5 would be a teacher from the Rockwood School District. What I really want to emphasize in this clip is, so how do you know what to run? Even if you knew that it was a frequency that you needed to run, how could you do that in an efficient way? Well, all of the analysis are in the menu bar under Analyze. And I want you to just put the cursor over Analyze, and all the types of analysis show up. Think back to my 3 research designs. I emphasize something's descriptive, it's causal comparative, or it's correlational. Well, if I look at the labels, there I have it, descriptive statistics. So if I asked you a descriptive question, you would click on Analyze down to descriptive, and you could choose frequencies, crosstabs, means, so forth. Causal comparative, similarly, I'm going to compare 2 means for 1 or more groups. That's where I get into my 3 types of t-test and my one-way ANOVA. And then last, I have correlational. If I ask you the relationship between 2 variables, I click on correlation, and I'll see bivariate. We'll also do a quick example of partial correlations. But if I have multiple predictors of 1 variable, in other words, I want to know the relationships of several things with 1 variable, I go down to regression. So not only will this little logic model, flow chart, or whatever you want to call it, help you determine what type of analysis to run, those words will key in on how to run them within a SPSS.